Well, thank you very much and good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it. I apologize for talking fast because I have 7 minutes to go through everything that we are doing. Not really possible, but I'm also clicking through some of the slides. And because we only have 7 minutes, that needs to go really, really fast. If you are interested in anything, any aspects of what we are doing, please come and see me afterwards. I'm more than happy to share more information with you in more detail. EIT Manufacturing is actually supported by the European Institute of Innovation and Technology, which is headquartered in Budapest and is financing us out of the Horizon program. We are headquartered in Paris, and I think we can share the slides afterwards, right? So people don't have to make pictures. You can get the slides afterwards if you want them. We are covering in 6 locations all the regions of all the member countries of the European Union, as well as some of the associated members. And in those countries where we don't have so-called co-location centers, we are represented by RIS hubs. Those are hubs that are supporting us in the local countries. In our case here in Slovakia, it's actually the Technical University in Bratislava that is our RIS hub and is supporting us in Slovak. We are quite powerful with our partnership. We have more than 100 members as an association, so those are our shareholders, which includes, well-sounding names like Volkswagen, Volvo, Fraunhofer, Procter & Gamble. In Austria, it's also Technical University Austria, Voestalpine, Magna, and many more. We are very much networked, interdisciplinary with other trusted networks, where we have an overlap and interest of certain things together, which makes us really strong. So from a communication point of view, we are really a network of networks, and that is helping us, and it's very important, and I will get to that in a second. When we are looking in the future, EIT Manufacturing was publishing the future of the European manufacturing system, and we came to the conclusion that there are 4 pillars that are important to be built. The one that is outstanding for me is building collaborative ecosystems, and the reason why we need to build collaborative ecosystems and support the nations to do so is because we see that particularly in the medium-sized, small-size manufacturing companies, there's some resistance to work together. And we are not in a position anymore that we can do everything by ourselves. Ecosystems are extremely important because of those flywheel effects. It helps you to learn faster, grow faster, be able to create more revenue together with the partners, share responsibility in research and innovation projects and things like that. This is very important, and this is what we are supporting because Gerd Leonhard, who is a futurist and just talked to us 2 weeks ago in an event we had in Vienna, said our world is going to change more in the next 10 years than it has in the previous 100. Which is quite amazing if you think what all the changes were in the last 100 years. And he's saying, it's neither to be seen negative or, obviously seen extremely positive. It's just a matter of fact that these things are happening. And it is caused because we have now capacities to solve problems or issues or items that we were not be able to solve before. With new technologies, which, there are just a few of them on there. I had the pleasure to talk with some experts this morning on hydrogen. Hydrogen is a new technology that is helping us as well. It's growing extremely fast. So artificial intelligence is in, everybody's mind right now, and it's probably a little bit of hype already. But all these kind of technologies will help us to expedite the transformation that we are seeing in the next few years, and we are just at the beginning of an exponential change. And companies need to understand that they can't do things anymore by themselves. They need to team up, they need to be part of an ecosystem and working together with other companies. So we have a couple of different solutions for the industry to provide with new solution providers, whether those are startups or scale-ups or SMEs that are helping in the transformation process. One of the Well-used things that we are doing, obviously, is bottom-up. We are supporting startups and scale-ups. We have done so with about 600 startups. We are invested ourselves in more than a dozen startups, all of them highly technical, highly solution-oriented. And if anybody is interested in those technologies, please join us on our website or talk to me about the needs that you're seeing. The other way we are doing it is top-down, which is we are going to large corporates and we ask them, what are your innovation gaps? What is it that you can't solve out of your own organization? And they are giving us their needs, and we start looking for technology providers Europe-wide. That could be, again, startups, scale-ups, or small and medium-sized companies. As an example, voestalpine came to us and said, we want to have technology that supports us to analyze the CO2 footprint from taking the ore out of the mountain all the way through the production process to the finished parts at the Volkswagen part, right? And we were looking for those companies. We presented 12 of those companies to them. They have selected 3 of them in the first reading. Those 3 were then able to pitch to them in a competition, which we did in Milan, Italy. And then with the help of our expert jurors, they have chosen one company, which is Chain Trace in Sweden. And the best thing for me was when voestalpine afterwards came and said, this is so great, we would have never found this company without you. And this is exactly what we're doing. We are bringing together technology providers and corporates in order for them to solve their innovation gaps. Another way we are doing it is bringing startups into different cities, different regions. This is the example of Discover Vienna Manufacturing Edition. We're working there together with the city of Vienna. We're going to bring in usually 10. This time around it was 14 because we had really 45 applications and 14 really good startups. We brought them into Vienna for an entire week. We bring them together with corporates. We give them, information about, establishing how to establish a company in Austria, but also IP protection and other important topics for the startups. And they are extremely excited to join us. This one is saying 8 selected startups from 6 countries because that's the slide from last year. This year we had just that Discover Vienna 2 weeks ago, and I didn't update my slide. I'm already through. Okay, another one is Innovation Call. I want to thank my family and my friends. It's another thing that we are doing. We are offering calls, and we're going to bring together consortial parties to, and we finance those things. If you're not familiar with us, go to Agora. Agora is kind of the LinkedIn of manufacturing platform that we are using, where you can link up with manufacturing members and join all kinds of activities there, including but not limited, get access to wide ideas. That's where we are posting innovation opportunities, and you can look through it and think about if there's something that interests you and join us for those projects. We have a lot of projects. They are all over the place. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Johannes Hunschofsky.